Hey and welcome, fools of CnR. This is your host, Rajan. This is the CnR Radio talk show built for Europe. Okay. We got a special guest here today. It's Kesh. Say hello to the people, Kesh.
Hi, welcome.
There you go. Hi and welcome. Before we start this thing, let's get into the sponsor, Giggle Cream.
Giggle Cream! It makes dessert funny.
Alright, that was Giggle Cream. It makes everything funny. Alright, Kev. So, if you follow the show, you know that the first question is always the same. Okay. How and when did you find CnR?
Hi. Well, I don't know. Do I have to talk about all of my emote accounts here, or just about this account? No, I'm actually joking. I started to play this game like probably around 2013. And pretty much how I started it's like because all of my friends that I played some other game with, they kind of switched over to San Andreas, but not to CrazyBob's, to some other server. And I was left alone on that game. So I got pretty mad. I followed them like on some server. And it was deathmatch server, I think. I didn't like it that much. Then I tried to join some other servers and they were mainly Russian. Didn't like them either, roleplay ones. And then somehow I ended up on CnR.
Our DM ended up on CnR. Well, we'll talk about Russians in a bit because that.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So let's move on. So I like to make people uncomfortable. Okay.
Shit.
See, so we're gonna get this out of the way because it's making me uncomfortable too. We're gonna talk about that donkey today. Okay. But like I said, the donkey of the day, I like to make people uncomfortable with that. You know, I like people when they react in ways that make their brain twitch and snit. And that's what donkey of the day is. I want to make people uncomfortable, but at the same time, it makes me uncomfortable. But I like being uncomfortable. But it makes me even more uncomfortable. I ask you about it. Okay, if I said that 10 times. So what do you think? Let's just start the overview. What do you think about the stuff that I said about you, the donkey of the day?
Actually, like I really liked those shows, like Donkey of the Days. I like started to watch them from the most recent ones, just like on YouTube, like before I go to sleep. Yeah. So I watched a few of them, and I was thinking, like, man, those guys are like idiots, And then my name pops up like on the playlist, and I'm like, what have I done? Like, seriously, I didn't expect it at all. And then I started to think, what did I actually say that day? I think it was like posted around the 4th of January or something.
Yes.
And I was in Russia at the time. And I was thinking, what did I actually say in the chat? Like, so you would put me as a donkey of the day. I know I'm not racist, but that I said something stupid, that's very likely. Because I talk too much, I guess.
Well, you see, okay. It was kind of a body of work thing, okay? Because when I think of you, okay, and over the past couple of years of, say, now listen, okay, I'm a hypocrite sometimes, all right? I like to talk about people, saying racial snit, but at the same time, I've been on the show and I've talked about Europeans being stupid, so I can say that I am a hypocrite, but I'm comfortable saying I'm a hypocrite. But just standard, dry, stereotypical things, and that's what I remembered you for. But I know that you're not, discriminatory or racist or anything. But I was trying to have you as an example, because like General Price said in IRC the other day, there are tons of people who do the stereotype thing tons worse than you.
Yeah,
but I
even
just
you
wanted to
do
make
it actually. On every CnR news, you're like, "Oh, look at those Slovenians! Oh, look at those Borats!" And I'm like, seriously, he put me as donkey of the day when he's doing like the same thing. But yeah, I get it. Like, it's fun. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm uncomfortable right now. But you know, I used you to you know, get the point across.
Yeah, you
know,
used me. Nice.
But yes. But were you drunk or something on that day though? Don't you?
I don't remember.
Wow,
I don't remember.
excellent.
So maybe.
Excellent.
I don't in general. I don't drink. What?
You say, Ellie?
But you know how it's in Russia? Like Russia, you always get given vodka for everything. For a good morning, for a good night, for. Yep.
Wait, so you don't remember not a thing?
No, I don't actually know what I said in game. Maybe I said something about low tank in Mexico. That's likely.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah.
And
how is he, by the way? Where is he? Why is he not here?
Because
I mean, like, girl.
There's a rift.
That's it.
Girl is here and Lil Tank is not here. I'm surprised.
Yes. There's a rift. That's all I'm gonna say. But I think what may have annoyed me more was X Panda and his piggybacking. All right. I don't know if you remember.
See, I don't even remember
playing
that.
with him? Wow,
No,
you
I
don't
don't
remember
remember
playing with
playing
X Panda? Wow.
I've never before or after played with him, so I thought it's a girl. I thought expand like it's a girly name, you know. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't really play with anyone actually usually, so you must have caught me like off day, I guess. I usually like play with Stepa69. Probably you've seen me with him. If we ever are cops, I play with him because he's like the only good driver. So. Yeah,
I know. I guess I did catch you off on an off day because, well, let me just tell you about X Panda, okay? This guy. I mean, this is just for me, I guess, because you don't remember him. But yeah, X Panda, you know, he's very gender neutral. You know, he acts very gender neutral. In fact, he acts very
something like nuclear.
No.
No,
you know, he's kind of like an oblong. You don't know if he's a man or a woman. You don't know what.
Oh, like with Tanner, I guess.
Yes. Well, no, he doesn't talk as much. I used to play with that guy. Yeah, Tanner. No, he doesn't DM anymore. He just, you know, talks and chat like an idiot all day. But I used to play with X Panda. But now he's on some dumb stuff. I don't really understand what it is. Attention seeking or whatever. I remember one time he was playing with Shayla, and they were chasing me all around the map, and I don't like that kind of stuff. And, you know, trying to rape me and stuff, and I'm like, well, what is wrong with this guy? I used to play with this guy. What the fuck's wrong with him? But oh well, screw it. But there you go, guys.
What do you have? What do you have with Shayla? I mean, like, you always have something. Like, do you have a thing for her? Or?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely.
See, like, I'm roasting you. You're meant to be roasting me.
See, this is exactly how I thought this would be.
Yeah.
See, that's why.
That's why you didn't want to come in. You were late.
No. I was, you know, getting John, but that's why I thought this would be uncomfortable. But anyway,
the channel is not big enough to handle him. Never mind.
Yes. Yeah, that flew over my head. But Shayla, no. Okay, those are just jokes. All right. Some idiot. It's probably a little tank, but some idiot. You know.
Some idiot.
Yeah. It's, you know.
Automatically points the whole thing.
You know, went on about this. Sean and Shayla, fuck out of here. Oh, you fucks out there. Anyway,
I actually have a question for you, Sean.
Oh.
So a bunch of people like wanted me to go on the show because they wanted to hear if I have Borat accent, you know. so I'm asking you, like, do I have Borat accent?
It's
like
it's
on your like Borat gauge,
scale.
you know? What is it? 1 out of 5 or?
It is very light on the Borat scale. You know, Marceline is like a 0. Mai would be a 0 as well. Yeah, I think I'd give you out of a 10-star rating of Borat voice. I'd give it 1 or 1 or 2.
Oh, 1 Borat. 1 Borat.
Okay, good. There you go. Okay, let's move on here because I think this is the most uncomfortable I've been.
Well, we'll see.
Interviewing somebody, I'll tell you, because I knew this would be happening. I knew that Kesh would ask me questions. And,
So I guess you had like voting here if you take me on show or not, and you were like strongly against it.
Yes.
So that was a 5 out of 10 Borat meter right there.
Alright, there you go. Okay, let's move on here. Okay, so let's talk about the state of the community. Alright, so I noticed once in a while you make posts about how, about the community, and I was only lazy enough to see the one you made in the regular section early in January. I quoted it a bit during Warlord's Donkey Today, but if the alcohol hasn't taken you over, can you explain to everybody basically what you said about the community and all that?
What I said about what? Community?
Yeah, don't you remember in the regular section, music box?
Post?
Post, the music box, yes.
Yeah, basically I said that if you're a bad player on CnR, and by bad I mean like, if you're like, I don't know, like if you don't follow the rules, if you're that much, if you attack random people or whatever, you are most likely to stay on server longer time than nice people are, because you get some sort of reward, like I don't know, either like because you can kill everyone and fuck with everyone. Am I allowed to swear? You will feel like strong, or I don't know, your ego will be stroked, or basically you're getting something that you're not getting in real life. Maybe you can be bullied that you cannot be in real life or whatever. And a nice player on the server doesn't really get any like gratitude or whatever. People don't really look up to you, not that much. I mean, people look more up to people who they can see on kill feed all the time. At least I get that feeling. So yeah, so I pretty much said that there's been like a ton of nice players on CnR, but they have left, and people that are not that nice, they kind of, it seems they left as well, but they are back, they just have different name and other account.
Shout out to Birak on the server who just asked, is Kesha girl or boy?
You shouldn't be giving a shout out to someone who thinks
Holy
this is
shit.
Keisha.
No, don't call me that.
Excellent.
That's the worst. It's
Want
like
to be uncomfortable? Look at the chat.
Yeah.
I'm not even in games, so I cannot see. Thanks God what people are saying.
Yeah, it's better that you don't.
Good.
But yeah, you're pretty much right. Most of the community is built of dumb, semi-egotistical people, either that or they're in an internet cafe. And good players, they never get recognized because they usually are quiet or something like that. The whole point of the Borrowed Donkey Today, which went 9 minutes, which when people talk about it now, they don't understand what I fucking said because it went on too long. But listen, all right, if you're a asshole, okay, I don't have any problem with someone talking snit to other assholes, all right? But when you do the same thing to someone or some people who don't do anything,
I thought you were gonna say, if you do it to me or Sheila, I'm gonna ban you.
Faggot. You can talk to me any way you want, whatever. But
Do you white knight any girls, Rashawn?
Do I white knight any girls? What a segue.
Yeah, I mean, like every admin has some girl they kind of like more than the other.
Listen. If that is true, I don't call it white knighting, okay? Because white knighting is something. Let's name drop. All right, let's give Dr. Friday as an example. Okay, so white knighting is a very disrespectful thing to do. Okay, because if you do so, you're pretty much saying that the girl that you're white knighting can't, stand up for themselves. Okay, and wrong. Wrong. Okay, wrong.
Wow.
Now, some people may say, "Hey, Rashawn, you white knighted Catherine and Mary." First of all, I don't know them. Okay, so
they kind of keep to themselves. So
that's my point. All right, that's my point. So that's not white knighting. But in the subject of, hey, Rashawn, do you white knight a person? All right, that is.
You cannot white knight. You can black knight.
Yes. All right, either one. So
Racist.
there's classified information. All right, there's on a need to know basis, and when you disclose too much information, the Borats will take you
Use
up.
that against you.
Yes, shout out to Burak too. He, like, most of the time when I'm there, I'm not gonna say that. No, I'm not gonna. No, excellent. But I'm sorry, no. But he asked me, "Hey, Rashawn, is so and so? Where is so and so?" And I'm like, "Bro, I don't live with the fucking person. Why are you asking me this?" But just fucking Borats, man. Fucking Borats. That's all I gotta say. That's me being a hypocrite again. Okay, so what are you talking about? What are we talking about? Okay. Oh, the community, right? So yes, yes, I agree. I agree what you said about the community, but as well as what you said in that post, whenever people say CnR is dying, okay, it's easy to take it out of the context, right? Because CrazyBob's done a great job on the server, and it's the most complex server on the server, on the game rather.
Yes, I hear.
Because screw RP servers, but the reason why it's declining is because the average player base is as smart as cardboard, and those people probably eat cardboard too. All right.
It's just because the influx of bad players, I guess it's more than of the good players. It doesn't balance out anymore, so people kind of get bad experience with the game, especially like new players who come play first time. Probably maybe they would stick around longer if they didn't get like DM'd or talked shit to from the first day on or whatever.
Nobody wants to give SF a chance.
Yes, that's true. Plus, people, when they see a new player, they automatically think, quote unquote, a new player. They automatically think it's a multi-account.
Yep.
And I remember you said that I was cynical in IRC. Yes, I am cynical. I damn well am cynical. But I don't know. It's probably because the community stinks. But do you think there's a way to fix the community, as Trump would say, make CnR great again?
Make CnR great again? I don't think so. I mean, it's sad to say like that, but I think it's past some point where it's just those people that really care about the game or whatever were made admins already. Some nice people are still sticking around, God knows why, wasting their time probably. And the others are just, like I said, returned people who just are either banned on their first, second, third, or fourth account, Unless people want to actually start to be nicer to each other, nothing majorly will happen. So no, I don't think so. It's gonna get better. It's gonna be like it is now, but also I don't think it's gonna die out. I think it's always gonna have a certain player base that they will attract and people will play the game.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree. That's why on every Donkey Today I always talk about the Los Venturas DMers, because there are two sides to Los Venturas DMers, all right? There are the quote-unquote, glorious, respected DMers that do dumb stuff. And on the other side are Albanians who are quote unquote bad, even though in the end they're all bad. I saw a complaint by Kanpang, even though Kanpang's an idiot, but Smolgakis and Ferris, I think, were cops, and they were hosing Kanpang for like a full minute, and then that set up, two Borats, Kanasapa and Vinix.
He needed to be clean.
But Vinix is Croatian, no?
Yeah, he's Croatian, yes.
See, like, I don't even know who Albanians are. Like, I saw there was a question for me on forums, actually. What do I think about the Albanians? Honestly, I cannot tell you who's Albanian and who's not. Like, how I class people, how I see them, is just like by the way they play, Either like they stuck in my mind because I know they are good players, or I just know they are not good players, but I don't know if they're Albanians, PH, or whatever they are, It doesn't matter to me, and in general, I don't know. I just know Igli something. He's Albanian, I know that, but I think he's kind of not the best representative. I mean, he's best representative of Albania, but he's not really kind of like the rest, probably. At least he's trying not to be.
Yes, he carries that burden, but no. I mean, wait a minute. I always tell Igli, hey, Igli, keep your head high, okay? Don't let punks bully you.
He wanted to quit, no? I think I saw on forum or something. His final goodbyes to community.
I tried to hide that, but yes, he tried to do that. Yeah.
He doesn't understand. You cannot quit CnR.
Yep, you always come back.
Yep.
You always come back. Unless you force yourself to jump out the window, there's no way that you're going to ever leave CnR. I'll tell you that. Been here too long. Anyway, as Ali said, yes, we should take a break. When we come back, we'll finish up on the community and talk about a few other stuff. This is the CnR Radio Talk Show. Hey, Ali, I think if you told Cyber, countdown in, whatever language Macedonian is, he would have understood. But anyway, we're back on the CnR Radio Talk Show. This is your host, Rashawn. Before we continue with the interview, let's get into the sponsor, Giggle Cream.
Giggle Cream. It makes dessert funny.
Okay, that was Giggle Cream. It makes everything funny. All right, so let's continue with the communities here. Again, one reason. Before I get into that, shout out to Cop 49. He's been asking me to teleport him to City Hall for the past 5 minutes. He has it in Furnace. If he drove here, he would have gotten here before. Whatever. Anyway.
It was expensive, man.
Yes. Go to SAC and all for that.
I'm giving that faggot shout-outs.
Yes, shout out to the Borat Chronicles. Anyway. Okay, so anyway, the community, part of the reason why the community is bad, because, everyone is free to act like an idiot. Okay, there's still a rule to respect players and so on, and I know it doesn't make any sense, but I guess we could. But we aren't. Admins aren't supposed to punish or suppress people from acting like an asshole unless it's excessive and useless. And because of that, the chat turns toxic. Because when I was a new player, there were a lot of toxicity in chat, right? And I was like, oh. Yeah, I mean, even more. I mean, back then it was toxic. Now it's toxic and stupid. I mean, just look at the chat right now. I mean, you can't see it, but still.
I'm not in the game. I don't want to see what people have to say about me. It's better if you don't know.
They're not really talking about you. They're just talking stupidity.
Advertising their floppy dick.
Exactly. 15 mil. But yeah, now with that, I forgot what I was going to say. Excellent.
I always confuse you, man.
Floppy dick, strain your mind.
Yeah, there you go. Floppy dick just fucked my head. I was going to say something really important. I forgot what I was going to. Anyway, I think CrazyBob said one time. I don't remember if it was in public or private, but basically said admins are supposed to let people dig themselves into a social hole, to let people say, "Hey, that person's an idiot. Let's treat him like an idiot and stay away." But a lot of the servers like that, so that doesn't really work. Oh, what I was going to say is, I used to be an admin on another server, and we used to, mute people for being asshats.
But you still mute some people. There's admin mute now when they talk bullshit. Or is it just like for racist stuff?
No, not even that. It's just, if someone's being stupid excessively, then that's when somebody gets muted. But otherwise, people don't mute all that much. But I don't know. But on the other side too, and I guess this is CrazyBob's point. I just said it. But for people who have a brain, and
I only have
stop, please stop saying this. Stop it. All right, stop it. Okay, it makes me.
But it's a good half, man. It's my left half, so.
Yes. But for people who have a brain, they can differentiate who's dumb and who's smart, even though it's not much of the server.
But dumb people are kind of funny, though. You have to agree with that. So sometimes it's nice to see dumb people. They make your day, and on CnR at least. I mean, they're really funny sometimes.
I think Tanner is one of those people.
People
say Tanner's dumb, but he talks a lot.
He's like a bad breakup girlfriend, who won't stop texting you. Kind of
exactly. Like but still, at the same time, he's entertaining, and all the people that hate Tanner, he doesn't DM anymore. I think he used to DM, but he doesn't DM anymore. He's the chat source of entertainment.
Yep.
Whereas everyone else is typing in broken English. But still, anyway.
I don't honestly get how Tanner is entertainment.
Huh? Well,
you can move on, but I don't get that.
Well, listen. Compare. Okay, so on the trolls of the server, right? Let's name a few trolls of the server. Okay.
I'm just gonna say Poopybutthole is funnier than Tanner.
What? What?
Sorry, I'm gonna say that right now.
Not funnier than Tanner, absolutely not.
What about the homosexual boy?
Who is that? I don't.
The guy who's always like spamming the chat with some shit.
He doesn't rage.
A lot of people there.
Tanner.
And there was that guy also. That guy who was like farting all the time and into sniffing buttholes.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about. That guy. If because Mr. Poopybutthole, he's fucking. Sometimes he's nasty and snit. Like a few days ago, he was like, "Hey, Rashawn, where's radio session?" And I said, "Not today." And then he's talking about, "Hey, Rashawn, can't wait till you're on the radio so I can orgasm." And and I'm like, God, this guy's fucking nasty, bro. He said something else nasty. I forgot what it is. I'm like, this guy, man. I don't think he's funny. You do kind of have
a manly voice. You never know. You never know.
Yes. I mean, like I said, I don't care if he got his name from Rick and Morty. Awful. All right.
I don't know. I just when you threaten people with hits all day, I think that gets stale. That's what Tanner does. All day.
Yeah, he does. He does. But speaking of Mr. Poopybutthole, though, he goes on like he's a pro cop. I'd like to see him play cop. I think he'll be the first player in Right My Chase history to star as a cop. Solely as a cop. But we'll see about that. Let's get that.
You did have him done. In Rate My Chase. He didn't do that good, did he? It was on San Fierro, I think.
Has he? I can't remember.
Yeah, I think it was Tanner.
Tanner. Oh, I thought you said yeah. He was.
He was dying to drive-bys.
Yeah, exactly. Because he tried to go for a big lag pit, then he hit the NPC. Rip in peace, Tanner. But he did ram that guy with the helicopter. That was great. That was great. But if Tanner actually stopped talking and did something, he'd be great. Anyway, speaking of owned, not sure if you remember, but all right. So a few years ago in IRC, all right. I'm not really sure what you said.
I know where you're going with this. I know where you're going with this. I didn't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so you got told, destroyed, and owned by CrazyBob.
Yeah,
right?
I did.
I saw it as it happened, but do you remember why he owned you? Because I don't remember why he owned you.
Yeah, I think it was something actually like this, that I was complaining about the community or whatever, and I said not much is being done or whatever, and I said even CSGO, because I started to play it at that time, that it's a better game, you know, at least you have VAC, which obviously now is shit too, but at the time, like, I had more faith in VAC than I had in CnR admins. And I think he said something like, well, what are you doing here then? Just fuck off. No one likes you here anyway, you know? So something like that. So yeah, I got like the full fucking force trauma shit from him. Seriously, it was bad. It was bad. But actually, like, he came like later and he apologized to me. He said he had a bad day, but hey ho, you hear this from men all the time, so... but yeah, I got burned. It was bad.
Yeah, well, at least it wasn't on the forum, because I think CrazyBob destroyed Colin the same type of way. But yeah, you know, I mean, I guess, you know, when talking bad about some part of the server, you know, I guess CrazyBob thought, hey, you know, it's not my fault that the community is terrible.
Yeah, that's true, kind of. I mean, I know he cannot like just swing his magic wand or whatever and make this community better. You know, community is always gonna be like majorly like people are, you know, playing it. Like, just because the owner is good, or even if admins were like angels, it still doesn't mean the community would be great. Yeah, so. I understand why he got angry with me, but lesson learned. And I guess that was my chance gone to be an admin.
I don't know. I mean, he's done stuff to people, and they've still become admin. But I guess that was on impulse too. But still, yes, exactly. It's EF as well. But you know. I mean, CrazyBob, he does all he can to make the server interesting, but it's like giving, I'm trying to think of a metaphor here, you know, but it's like giving something good to an idiot or somebody bad. It still won't change them. Oh well. Speaking of CS joke though, and yeah, CSGO used to be a better community back then. But what rank are you in CS joke?
I actually hit the global, just like probably like 2 months ago, when I actually stopped playing, because I went to Russia for like 3 weeks and then I lost my rank, and ever since I didn't really play. Plus my old PC, kind of the motherboard, just it got wrecked. So now I'm back on old PC and it has really low FPS, and CS is not playable. I mean, I have really low FPS, so I get frustrated playing it.
So did you import that? Did that old PC come from an internet cafe or something? No graphics card?
No, actually, I got it donated by a guy. Actually, like, funny enough, but that actually happened. I played with some Dutch guy, CS, and this was actually his old spare PC, and I was like, man, like my PC broke and stuff, and like I don't have anything to play on. And he said, yeah, if you want you can have mine. So I said, okay, I'll pay the postage, and he just sent me CPU and motherboard, I think. So
there you go. 20 FPS is better than none. Watch
I don't agree. It's more frustrating.
You know, shout out to General Price. You know, all he knows is 15 FPS, but whenever he upgrades, he'll be opened. You know, a new door will open, and he'll never go back.
So yeah, thanks to that PC breaking down, you got me back to CnR, because it's literally like the only game I can enjoyably play now on this PC. Owned.
Let's see here. Speaking of global elite, all right. So I've heard I've heard some people say that you didn't like naturally get that rank. Okay, so
Yeah.
what were you carried? Were you boosted? Did you play on a team to rank up? What?
No, actually, I knew this is always being said about girls playing CS, and in general, you know, everyone thinks that girls are bad at CS, and if they happen to have a good rank, it must be because they got carried by someone, and that's actually the thing. Like from beginning, kind of, I always played by myself, you know, alone, because first of all, people were shit, you know, they were dragging me down. I played with CnR people a few times, and they were terrible, you know, terrible. And I was like, well, if I keep playing with them, I'm gonna be stuck in silver. I'm gonna be stuck in silver, you know. So I was like, nope, I'm gonna play on my own. And then I hit like Supreme really, really quickly. Like I think it took me like maybe 4 months. And then for global, it took me longer. But for this reason, especially for this reason, because people think I'm boosted, I actually bought 2 accounts where I have no one added, like no friends, nobody, you know, and I play alone there, and I hit global there too. So here it goes. You're proof that I can do it on my own.
How about that? Because I've been saying for a long time that gender matters not. Doesn't matter in anything.
Yeah, but I'm terrible. Like, for example, at CnR, you know, I try to be Hitman on CnR, and I'm shit. And like, if you look at the games, like CS is more aim demanding than CnR is supposed to be, you know. And like, I'm terrible at CnR at shooting people. Like, everyone can fuck with me.
It's probably because, you know, fighting on the server is so dependent on whether or not you know how to use sawn-offs. And if those were ever taken out, then I think it would be more of an even field. Because
and like, I get like messed up on weapon switches and like commands, you know, to rape people, to lock them into chainsaw, whatever. Like, I don't even think of it like of all the possible ways to do something, you know. I just know how to get to the person and shoot. I guess I have half a brain.
You make me feel bad every time you say that. But
yeah, oh, you deserve it.
Okay, yeah, I think I do. See, I was going to say something else and I forgot it again. I tell you.
I'm telling you, I'm confusing you.
It was something to do with the shooting. Oh, yes. See, back then, a few years ago, when people weren't using keybinds, when people weren't a keybind warrior, you know, I'd actually try to be a hitman. But these days, nope, not doing it. Keybind warriors, you know, you got your sit 8 or, you know, sit 8 to avoid shots, and, you know, these people who shoot deagles and get no animation after, it's like, screw you guys, I'm not going to be a hitman anymore. I already suck, but I want to suck more. Cause,
Yep, I don't want to say that for myself. It will sound weird. But no, like, with Hitman, I actually, like, found myself, like, buying 200k worth of weapons a lot of times. And then I kind of see that 80% of hits that I do are, like, with sniper, you know? That's the only way I can do hits, because, like, one-on-one, I'm, like, shit at fighting. So I kind of try to go smart way about it and find people off guard, or when they like fixing their car or something, you know, when they're kind of in vulnerable position, and that's usually like from afar. So I like nowadays, if I ever do Hitman, I only buy like chainsaw and snipe, you know. That's the only thing I buy. Otherwise, I just don't do it. Waste of money.
Yeah, it may take a long time to find someone in a vulnerable position, unless they're a Borat, excuse me.
That's what I do too. I mean, I do have the skill, but I just attack people from behind.
Oh, that's another thing. That's called differently, Vega. Everything.
Yeah, that is right.
Attacking people from behind.
Yeah, we're trying to know.
What a faggot. What a faggot. Okay.
I ain't taking that. You can take that.
If you take it.
Yep, this is exactly how I thought the show would go.
Yep.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. I tell you.
I don't know if I'm meant to apologize.
No, it's fine. Okay. See, I'm usually the one making people uncomfortable, but this time I think it's the worst. I'm getting taken over on my own show. GG. Anyway.
That's what kind of I said the other day. Sorry, just this. Like I said in chat, the other day, I think everything like agreed with me. Like half of the people that say shit to me on server, or like, I know there were people who said to me, "Oh, by the way, Cash, like you're fucking ugly," and like I don't know, just casual stuff that they just trying to hurt you. And I said to them, like, you guys wouldn't even say that shit to me in real life. Like you would crumble, And you can see it here now. I'm talking to you, and you're kind of like I mess you up, So I think like if some of those little kids came to me and actually talk shit, like they wouldn't say anything. Nothing would come out,
Hey, listen, okay.
They were in here, they'd be meeting.
Hey, listen, all right. Most of the people who I talk snit about, I would actually say it to the face, all right, because I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna say something about somebody who's not there, I'll say it in a way where they can see it somewhere, whether it be, to the donkey or, to the face or whatever, okay? Though, in this case, the donkey today was, like I said, I used you as an example, but I don't think you're a snitty person, okay? That's why I feel odd, or felt odd. I think I gave donkey to someone else and felt odd too, but I can't remember who it was. I think it was Marcus Weed with the CnR award thing. That was probably not true. But
I don't know. I didn't watch that one yet.
Okay, good. Don't watch it. Anyway, let's continue here. So, talk about your name here. So, where does your name come from, and is it related to the singer Kesha?
No, I hate that. Like people always think of Kesha. The first thing they think of when they see my face. I hate Kesha. Like I don't know a single song from her. I don't know. Like it's not even similar. So yeah, I wanted to like. When I started playing and I could put like my own name, and I was thinking about it, I was like, I'm not gonna play this for a long time anyway. I'm gonna put like really, really trashy name, better put some dollar in there and stuff like that. And I think like I was a prostitute at first, the first skill, So yeah, like the cash was taken with C, so I put K as first like letter. So and RRR I added because it's something that came from Call of Duty 2. I played like Call of Duty 2 for like probably like 7 years, and all my teammates had R at the end, like Bozar, my car, and like everyone had R at the end. So I kind of thought like I will put R at the back, and I just did 3 of them, and that's it. Nothing more interesting to say about it. But now that I think of it, it's like bad name because. Well, R is kind of like related to me because I cannot say R. Like in English, you cannot hear it because English has like different R than Slavic languages. But like in Slavic languages, it's like R, and I cannot say it. Like people when I was little, they kind of made fun of me because of it. Yeah, I cannot say it. So.
Yeah, when I was little, I couldn't say the letter L.
How? What did you say instead?
I don't remember. I don't remember, and if I tried to say it, I'd sound stupid.
Well, R's and L's were common, so the issue was common.
I'm kind of angry at my parents why they didn't like take me to, the like doctor or whatever, where they teach you how to say it properly.
Yeah, people used to teach me, you have to like flip your tongue to say the letter L. I did it, and I guess that worked. But there you go. But speaking of your name, all right, because in the Donkey today, I didn't know whether or not to pronounce the R's.
I just call it Kesha, or maybe Cash if you do it, that's fine too. I don't care, but just don't call me Kesha. Kesha is it's like a way to tilt me, really.
Well, I guess you just told the entire server how to tilt you. Own it. Fucking own it.
Yeah, I won't be on servers for a week.
Yep, because no one ever quits CnR. Alright, so I've only done this once. I did rapid fire questions with somebody else. I think it was Harry Thompson, I don't know. But more of a time waster. So I've got 8 rapid fire questions here.
Oh shit.
Answer them as quick as you want, or whatever. Alright, so cats or dogs?
Cats.
What do you think about people who overuse Snapchat filters?
Probably they don't have, they have too much time on their hands.
That was a joke because you do it. Anyway, what animal?
What the hell? I don't put I did the first one I did in RPV. It's because I didn't want to show my face, and then the one that I did for New Year's actually it didn't even cover my face. So whatever, carry on.
There you go. What animal is as smart as the average CnR player?
Jesus, yeah. I don't know, but I think small dogs are really stupid. So probably they're like small dogs, kind of barking at each other and trying to be big and huge when they're not. So I would say probably that.
Is England your city?
What?
Exactly.
I didn't even hear the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is England your city?
No.
Apple or Android?
Android.
Yes.
Yes.
Apple products suck.
Apple products suck.
Indeed.
The UK is still in Europe, right?
I think they Brexit, no? Ali? Did you Brexit?
Continental Europe, yes, but European Union-wise, no.
Yeah, well, you're always gonna be in Europe, just not in the Union. But hey, fuck you, you can leave Europe as well. You cannot be kinda in, but kinda out, You're either in or you're out. There's no other way.
Yeah, that was the thing, because there are idiots that say, you say a European country, right? And then they'll be like, oh, it's not in Europe, because it's not in the European Union. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid, bro? Like, what happened to geography? It's in fucking... If it's in continental Europe, it's in Europe. Fuck the European Union. Alright? But I'm just an American. Boxers or briefs?
What?
Boxers or briefs?
Boxers. I guess you're asking me on the guy? Or on me? Whatever. On the guy, it's boxers, definitely. Yeah.
You could take it any way you want. And last, is Kosovo, Albania, or Serbia?
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna upset a lot of people on server now, just by picking one. I'll say Serbia. Just.
It's Albania to me. It's Albania. Alright, let's see here. I guess we can take one more break, and then when we come back, we can get to the questions from the CnR players. This is the CnR Radio Talk Show with your host, Rashawn, and guest, Kesh. Alright, welcome back to the CnR Radio Talk Show. This is your host, Rashawn, and our guest is Kesh. Show them that you're still here, Kesh.
Hi. I'm still alive, breathing.
She's still alive for now. Alright, before we continue, let's get into the sponsor, Giggle Cream.
Giggle Cream. It makes dessert funny.
Okay, that was Giggle Cream. It makes everything funny. Alright, so let's get into the questions here from the people of CnR. I think there are like 11 of them. So let's get through them. Alright, so first question from Mug Christy Edge. I'm not really sure what context this is, but he asks, Argentina or Uruguay?
Do you know why he asked me this?
No, absolutely
He
not.
asked me this because he thought I'm from Brazil.
Wow.
But yeah, I guess I have to answer now. Well, the first things that come to my mind when I think about Argentina and Uruguay are football. And when I think about Argentina, it's Messi and Maradona. And when I think about Uruguay, it's Suarez. And I really, really, really dislike Suarez. I cannot even watch him play. He is horrible person in my opinion, and he's a good player, but like his behavior on a pitch. So I'll go with Argentina.
Yes, because Luis Suarez, what did he do? He bit somebody, right?
Yeah, not just once, like a lot of times. He's just like Albanians, you know? They never learn. They never learn. Repeated offenders.
He is a very strong competitor who bites ears, I'll tell you. Let's see here. All right. Resfiel asks you, how many cats or dogs do you have? He said he thinks it's a lot. So, how many cats or dogs do you have?
It's not a lot. It's just one. I have a cat, Pushkin, and he's actually an orphan cat. Like he's blind and he doesn't have any teeth because I don't know. I think some people beat him up or something, or he had like really bad past or whatever. So yeah, my old cat died, and then I kind of said I won't have cat anymore because I get too emotional and too attached to them, and it takes me ages to get over their deaths or whatever. But then I saw this little fella on Facebook or something. It was posted that no one wants him, and I was like, "Wow, I have to have him." So yeah, well, his would be now 4 years, but we have some like neighbor cats that they forget to feed or whatever, you know, stupid Slovenians, and like I take them in sometimes in my garage and I feed them when it's raining or whatever, and then I let them out after, but I kind of hide it from my from like my neighbors.
Well, there you go. A cat
Just
with
one.
baggage is the best, I'll tell you. Speaking of hitmen, Westfield asked, do you ever get better? Did you ever get better at being a hitman?
I did get better at some point. At some point, I played with Nicola, with XN52, whatever.
Smooth, yeah.
Smooth. Yeah, I played with him just to learn how to be a hitman, but I was kind of in a car and he ended up getting 90% of the hits. I did play with him, and I think for some period of time I got better, and at some point I even played like there was a server back in the days. I don't know if it still exists, but it was like Dry Lake and people were fighting one-on-one there. You could join. I think maybe Gekkas had it. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I played there a bit and I got a little bit better, but I don't think I'm a good hitman at all. I think like I'm the most awful hitman, actually. Like I should probably make like a montage of my fails.
Well, you're better than me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Are you
Genuine.
really that terrible? Maybe if you have like Parkinson's and your hands are like.
Well, when Sean goes to use sawn-offs, he stops moving when he shoots the sawn-offs. So.
Hey, all right. So I used to have a mouse, right? That when I press the left mouse button, nothing happens, you know, and that would destroy every source of fighting. But it's probably just confidence, okay? Because I remember a few weeks ago. I was raping a fag, and he tried to attack me back, and I destroyed him. All right, he got owned. He tried to run away, but he got destroyed, and I felt good about it because I thought I couldn't shoot anybody. But
I do agree that it's, like, being hitman is a lot about confidence, because like I remember like most of the time when I'm hitman, I'm like stat checking people, you know, like should I go for this guy, and then I'm like, no, he's better than me, and then I'm checking other guy and I'm like, no, he's better than me, and in the end like everyone is better than me, you know. You cannot be a hitman if you think like that already, you know, like you cannot be a killer if you have this weak mentality or personality or whatever.
that's true. That's all I used to do. Just check people's stats.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I do like 80% of the time. And then you finally find like one noob, you know, kind of who has like 3 or 4 score, and you go for him, and then 1 week later you find out or figure out that he was like actually a multi account of some deathmatch or someone that is actually good at fighting, and you get completely wrecked by him. So yep.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I played Hitman today, I'd get destroyed. But
Yep.
yeah. Anyway. All right. So next question from Helsing. Helsing. He asks, "What kind of music do you like?"
I don't know. I listen like to mostly like a vocal dubstep, liquid dubstep, and it's like really hard to say for me. Like a genre, like a music, like it's too wide. Like I like song. I don't like the whole like genre. Like for example, all of the dubstep or whatever. I think like honestly, I think like 90% of it is a trash. It's just not done properly or like overused bass or whatever. So like I kind of like judge it from song to song. I either like the song or I don't. But like most people don't know about me, I guess it's like I cannot stand rock music at all. Like when I went to high school, I went to sort of high school that certain type of people went to that listen to like, I don't know, AC/DC, Red Hot Chili Peppers, maybe, like stuff like that, and
What 80s stuff?
yeah, like yeah, it is kind of, but anyway, so like I had to listen to that shit like for 4 years, and every time I went out with these people, and I had to listen to more of that shit like in clubs or whatever. So when I got out of the high school, I was like, phew, I can start something else. Like I don't have to do this all my life. So I kind of never went back. And I hate guys with that wear like t-shirts of like, I don't know, Metallica and have long hair, Seriously, dude, get a haircut. Like, like have some better to wear. Not like
Have
a
a mullet.
t-shirt from like Metallica, man. I don't know. So this is my venting session.
Shout out to all the people who have a mullet in the 21st century.
That still exists in 2018?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Kind of surprised because I think 80s rock is pretty good. Yeah. You agree, Ali, right?
Yeah, probably. But like I listen to that Octavia all the time. Like I turned CnR Radio on and it's always there, and I'm like, holy shit, not again, please.
It's kind of too much, huh?
Yep, need something else.
Okay, let's see. So you already talked about Igli and the Albanians. So his second point. First of all, you've seen all these questions, right?
I didn't really check today, so if there are any new ones, I don't know. I checked at the beginning. I saw a few.
Anyway, I guess I'll finish with the weirdest one. Anyway, last question from Igli. He asked, "What are your hobbies?"
My hobbies. I don't have any. I have I kind of had like up to now, maybe now that Christmas was around and now I kind of have time off. I had pretty busy life, so I don't really find that much time to do anything. But in general, like I play some games. I watch YouTube a little bit, Twitch maybe, read some books that I have to for school. I don't really find time to read anything else. And I go out to cinema with my friends sometimes. That's pretty much it. I would do more probably if I had time. I'm actually pretty pissed that I don't do any sports. So I used to do like exercises at home and stuff because I literally didn't have time to go anywhere else. Kind of like live outside city as well. So like if I would want to go to a gym, I need to take car and then I need to go there, drive like 40 minutes there, 40 minutes back. So yeah, I just do it at home. That's it.
Yeah, these days you don't need to go to a gym to get fit.
Yeah, you have like bunch of stuff on YouTube how to do stuff, and it's pretty useful as well. You can do a lot at home.
You've got
I'm
to.
surprised you didn't ask me about Perry, man.
No, we're not done yet. We're not done yet.
You said like for the end. I
said.
I was like, I'm out in the
The last question will be the weirdest one.
Oh no.
I was gonna say, talking about fitness, this would set up Lucas and his John joke, but he's not here. And it's good.
John is not here?
We were talking the other day, hey, people were like, hey, John should be a guest. And
yeah, he should actually be a guest. There's a ton of people that should be guests. Like Ghost Hunter should be guest, Snorko should be guest, Sigma.
Exactly.
Well, maybe I should interview, make him uncomfortable.
Yes. The thing is with John, he only joins Mumble or Discord if there is a woman present. So there has to be a woman placeholder for him to be here. That's the only problem. Shout out to John. He'll be involved in one of the final questions too, so I guess you can guess what that's going to be about. Okay, so we already talked about CS joke, but Ivanishi asked, why you bad at CSGO? Have you played CSGO with him before?
I don't think so. I think I played with some people, but I don't actually remember who they were. Maybe with Cyber, but I think he was trolling in game. I think he was playing with Zeus all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
So fuck you, Cyber. Seriously, I played this for real.
We played that match. If you didn't remember the time.
No, I think we played match.
No, it wasn't that much. It wasn't that much server.
So yeah, what ranks are you, by the way? Like, what ranks are you?
I was MG and I quit.
MG, okay. Roshan?
You got carried by Mellowhammer, you fag. Alright, that's number one.
I carry Mellowhammer.
Wrong. Second of all, I'm silver. Am I silver 3 or 4? Silver 3 or 4, one of those.
I actually saw that clip once from Lil Tank. That was like the funniest shit I've ever seen.
You mean the Deagle? The Deagle one?
Yeah. That was pretty impressive.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you. I would be Gold Nova if I actually played the game. Alright, Bega can attest to that one. Right, Bega?
You need to play alone. You need to drop people that hold you back, man. That's the way to go. Disown all the friends, leave everyone, delete everyone on Steam, like unfriend them and play alone. That's the way to go.
That's true. The community's gotten so dumb that I, haven't really wanted to, but it is true because, the last few times I've played alone that I can remember, I actually did pretty well, or pretty decent, so,
Well, that's the thing, though. You don't get Russians, though. Because you're not like in Europe, you don't get matched with the Russians. So maybe thinking about it like that, maybe it's actually better to play with CNR people than with random Russians.
I'd rather get Russians than stupid Americans.
Well, I don't know. Do you know that Americans won a major now? Cloud9?
Yeah, C9 boys.
Yeah, first time ever in CS history, man. NA is better than EU. So
America is in the scene of CS joke. After iBuyPower scandal, that is dead. The only relevant thing about iBuyPower now is their website.
You know what I find funny about Americans, though? It's like there was like this crowd, and they were shouting like USA, USA. Like Americans always think they fight another nation. Do they not understand that it's like phase there? It's not like it's not China or Russia there or like someone like EU there fighting, It's like different team. And they're like, why are they shouting America, Shout Cloud9 or something, man. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I guess in a bad sense, it is seeing the big picture. And of course, Americans are, Americans are, egotistical or something, acting like we are the best country when in reality, it is turned to snit. Just like how Messed Up Smiley said in chat right now, Donald Trump had a speech and he triggered basically 1 round of applause per minute useless. But yeah, I don't know. That's America for you.
Yep.
Not very humble, I'll admit. But the one thing I did forget to ask is, how is CS joke with Russians?
I actually play with one Russian guy, and he's like the nicest dude ever. Which, like, I don't think it's even statistically possible to have a nice Russian person on CS. But yeah, I mean, I get matched with people, and the funny thing is that most of the people, most people, most of the time, they don't realize I'm a girl, or at least they don't say it. Maybe they think like, oh, it's not possible in this ranks to have a girl, or maybe it is that I actually sound manly. I don't know, but it's kind of like blessing actually, because from what I've seen, like a lot of girls get. Yeah, they call me bro, and like dude, drop me this, and I'm like, okay. But it's actually like a blessing, because from what I've seen, like from most other girls and those twitching and stuff, they get a lot of shit, and I can just play normally. So I don't really get tilted in CS. That's the thing. Like I never really like. I see people that like I don't know, they hit their mouse or keyboard or rage, I'm never like that. I get sad because I play bad, or get disappointed because I play bad, but that's it. I don't get angry with other people.
Yes, expectations for men are in the toilet. Like I said,
That's why I don't solo queue, because I have expectations to be good.
Yeah.
I'd rather mute everyone, but then that'd be problematic.
See, I cannot do that in CS. I cannot, like, tons of times I've said already, like, I'm not gonna talk, or like, it has no point. But then I always end up, because I think, well, maybe this information would have changed the game, or would have changed the round, and I didn't do it. And I blame myself for it, Maybe the round we would win if I told them this info. So in the end, like, I always end up talking, so, yeah.
Yep. Any other game, I would do voice enable 0, but not in CS:GO. I need information from other players. Even though most of the time, I don't want to hear what they say.
See, I just cannot, I cannot make myself nasty to other people. Like, I think it's my fault in the end, so I don't know.
That's why I play with Rashawn, so we can get or little tank, so they can get the shit.
That's why I play with you guys. That's, yes.
Yeah, I did try to play with Miss, and we got paired up with Gold Novas,
Meme Man,
AKs.
But, like, those ranks are really fun, though. Like, I think a lot of fun of the game gets out of the window when you pass certain level, People get more serious, and there's no fooling around that much anymore. Yeah. I know, like, it's a different game when you're that rank, and in a sense, it's much more fun.
I mean, yeah, CSGO used to be really fun in 2013, 14. Used to get the random weird guy, but it wasn't really that toxic. There was a game, I think I have it uploaded. I called the person a rogue tranny, because they were yelling in chat. I'm sorry, yelling in voice, saying stuff. No, they're saying
That's
stuff
what
like.
Sean does.
Okay. I mean, yes, but they were saying stuff like "suck mail, suck mail, suck mail, suck mail," and some guy said, "Do you know how stupid you sound?" And then the guy or the guy or girl, whoever it was, blurted out, "Suck mail, they're not in. Suck mail, they're not in." That was the funniest thing ever, man. But now CS:GO is filled with a bunch of them.
Yep.
Joke. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if I was playing with angry Europs. I didn't understand, but I play with meme mans.
Well, Sean can tell you about the angry or German guy.
I play with angry Americans. I want to win all the time.
I kind of miss that thing that was a thing in CS, that after a game, you could talk to the enemy team. you could tell them how shit they are, how trash they are, fuck their mothers.
But the
and stuff like that.
ending in the start warm up was like that.
Yeah, and now, now you
And
cannot
then
do it.
Valve they figured it out. We should cut that thing and just like.
Yeah, I got pretty toxic that you can talk to each other.
Yeah, I wish you could still. Yeah, I remember
the first
one day.
time I played competitive. I got accused of aimbot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Biggie got 44 kills, and some guy said, "Nice aimbot." It's funny.
Nice aimbot.
Just like wall hacker.
Yeah, CS:GO is basically watered down. You know, every sale it has, goes down to $5. All the idiots join. You join a deathmatch server. There's someone spamming music or saying stupid stuff, or 10-year-old squeaker. It's very bad. Very bad.
Are you mad?
Very bad. If I was playing CS Joke right now, yes, I would be mad.
It would be next level of Marcus Reed.
Yeah, I don't imagine him playing
I got
CS.
Popcorn,
the
man.
guy Rage, dude.
Jesus.
Rages in every single game he plays.
Yeah, he has great rage, though. His rage is excellent.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. Let's go to Crazy Boy. Crazy Boy asked, "What's your favorite in-game skin?"
Oh, wow.
Oh,
That's
that.
hard.
Jeez.
I
Yeah,
don't
I know.
even remember
Exactly.
all of them.
Exactly.
I kind of like that skin that, I don't know if any of you guys know. Mike Ace plays on LS. It's like a
You mean the
patient
short
guy
guy?
or something. Yeah, but,
Grandpa skin.
in something because it walks so funny. Like the walk of
Yeah, I think
that
I know,
character
yeah.
is super funny. And I like for a girl, I really like blackjack dealer. I guess it is like a blonde girl. That one's pretty cool.
Oh, yes, I think I know both.
I call that my skin.
Yeah, that's
Yours-
Indeed.
yeah, you did play with it.
Indeed. Let's see
And
here.
one girl has like "excuse me" or something like that. I don't know, like in thick accent.
Oh yes, I remember. I remember the dialogue. Yeah.
Yep, that one's pretty cool.
I forgot the skin though.
Whenever
I
a
think
shitty
Ghost Cutter
player,
plays with that.
whenever a shitty player uses the blonde blackjack dealer skin, I get offended.
Oh,
You take it personally?
No, but almost.
It's okay. They mostly use the
Why not they just use the pothead? Well, why they gotta do that to a blackjack dealer skin?
I don't know.
Still didn't
Just-
get masked.
It's not a good skin for a hitman, at least. Like no girl skins are good, because they jump kind of.
There is one, the hobo lady.
I tried to be a hitman once with a granny skin. That was painful. So
Oh.
slow.
It's not gonna happen. Let's see here. Let's say Crazy Boy. Sometimes I wonder what goes on in Crazy Boy's head. His last question is, "What is your favorite country?" Excellent.
My favorite country.
Like asking us their favorite color.
Oh man, that's really hard because like I would need to visit more countries, to answer this. But out of the countries I visited, probably UK. Yeah, UK.
You gay?
UK. But like I don't know, like I like the country, in UK because it's just nice and people like you can see most are living well and stuff like that. But actually when it comes to people, I think Russians are nicer. Like Russians are literally like the nicest people. They would give you like they literally don't have shit, they are poor, like really poor, and their roads are horrible, like the fucking meteor landed, and made a hole in the road. It's like you cannot imagine unless you've been there. But people are really poor, but when you come in their house or their apartment, like not in a house, no one lives in a house in Russia, they all live in an apartment, they would give you everything. They don't have anything, but they will literally like take the pictures of their wall and they will give it to you or whatever, you say, "Oh, nice picture," and they're like, "Oh, you want it?" Like literally you throw like you say a nice thing about something and they're like, "Oh, this person wants this thing, you know. So yeah, they would give you.
I never knew that. I never knew that about Russians.
Just don't
Yeah,
say that to a Russian girlie because she won't give you anything.
So that's why I'm surprised why when I play CS I only get, you know, it's statistically not possible. But somehow it happens all the time.
Bushka. Anyway, I don't know what I just said. Anyway, okay, so Lee the Titan had a question. This guy's really into rock, I tell you. Favorite musical instrument?
Oh, Jesus! I never actually played any instruments.
What are those?
Yeah, I don't know why. Because when I was little, I did like a ton of sports, and I was good at school, and like I did pretty much everything that was possible. I tried like a ton of different stuff, and I'm really thankful to my parents because of that. They really like took me everywhere. They drove me on. What? Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking like if I would have a chance to play instrument, I would probably play like violin or something. Yeah, or piano, I guess.
The world's smallest violin.
Like the I don't find like, you know, most guys think they're really cool if they play guitar and stuff, and it's like immediate put off for me. I'm like, seriously? You're trying to get into them panties, aren't you? And it's like, nope.
I can't relate to any music playing or, you know, any of that. The most I can play is a xylophone. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I played xylophone in school. We had to. Yeah, you literally had like.
You can play is this game.
Fagga. What a fagga. Okay. What a fagga. But yes, good. Just randomly hit keys on the xylophone. That's how you do it. All right. We've got two final questions, and I guess this is we've got one that is, you know, fitting for the end of the show, and the other one that you've been waiting for the entire show. It seems like.
Oh shit! Are we gonna end with that? Holy shit!
Not necessarily. So, first question from Bald. How do you feel about Detective Perry driving you out of the CnR Mumble for quite some time?
How are you supposed to feel about that? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know why all of that happened. Like, why did I deserve such hate from that guy? I don't even know him. I never played with him or against him, and somehow he happened to know all about me, you know. Like somehow, like I don't know who was feeding him information. One of the admins that.
Oh, Jesus.
One of the admins that I know that for sure did.
Right, could have been.
Anyway.
Honestly.
But yeah, like he was really pestering me, and at the end, I just decided to leave. So, not really happy about it. And to be honest, like I returned a lot of like. Quite a few times later, I came on server and I left because I saw him around and I didn't want all that shit again. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm here now. I literally like came back to say Happy Christmas to some people, and I kind of thought that someone is gonna message him that I'm around or something, and I will be able to stay a few days and then I'll have to leave again. But somehow he's not around now, so I don't know what happened to him.
Well, good, because
maybe cancer took him, or toxicity.
Maybe. I mean, he was one of the dumbest people on the server. I mean, he literally would join just to crash planes into City Hall. He joined Mumble and sound.
Yeah, he would actually join Mumble. He would just be there and he would listen to me. But the weird shit is that Warlord was the same, you know. Warlord back in the days, he didn't talk, you know. He was just there, but he never talked. I don't know if it was because he was still at the kid stage or because he was still a tranny stage, or I don't know what happened, you know. Maybe he didn't figure out yet what sex he is, so he decided to.
It was still a larva back then.
Yeah, like I don't know. He like posted pictures with Hello Kitty blankets and stuff, so I don't know. maybe he wasn't sure of.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, he was tranny, yeah, or something like that. And he was the same. He didn't talk. Like, it was super creepy. He was in channel all the time, but he never talked. I'm kind of surprised. I came back now and he's talking all the time and he's around and stuff.
Yes, Bald is, you know, it took him a while to find himself as a person, you know, and excellent. Fucking excellent. I don't want to make this about World, though, because...
no, me neither.
He's
a good guy.
Anyway, speaking of Borrowed, right, so this is the final question, and I think you probably should have looked in advance, all right? So, but I will say it is the weirdest question of the interview, all right? So, are you ready? Are you ready, Kesh?
I'm ready.
Okay. This might end up being a radio exclusive. All right. So, are you aware that posting your pic in the CnR IRL pics thread will have people like Giants, Draw Her 7, John 877, American Gangster, and Exit masturbate to your picture?
Did you add some people? Because I don't remember it was like that. Did you add some people?
Me? No, that was him. That was him. That was him. Okay. Actually, to tell you the truth, we were thinking of people to add to the question. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
Honestly, like you know that I was called like a fat whale from Detective Fairy and other people, and like I don't think that I'm like to many people's liking here on CNR. So I don't know. You have like quite a choice if you're a guy on CNR nowadays. Like you have Kitty Catty, you have Catherine, Mary, Born, and like a lot of girls actually post their pictures, you know. So I don't think I'm something special or whatever. And to answer the question like specifically, I don't think I don't think anyone in 2018 does the pictures anymore, you know. People need something more interactive. At least, like, yes, I think so.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly.
Plus, you're spoiled for choice. Like, on the internet, you can find whatever you like, however you like, stuff like that. And with me, it's just a picture, so.
Yeah, that's why humans are going into a rabbit hole. That's why. So, judging from John and the fact that he only posts, whenever he posts, he only posts in the hot pictures thread. Kind of tells you something, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, that was. It seems like we get a question like that at the end of the show that either destroys something or makes it funny or makes it awkward. I'll tell you. But that was the interview of Kesh. You got anything to say, Kesh, to sign us off? Any shout outs?
My moment minute. Actually, my sister crashed a car today. That's true. So I wish her all the best and no, she won't. What I have to say, it's been really fun to have this interview. I think most people actually don't know me on CNR because I've been gone for so long and they're like, oh, who the fuck is Cash? And I'm probably not like one of the regulars who plays this game a lot or deserved interview the most. I guess I'm just the only one who's ready to talk. And yeah, I in general enjoyed the talk. I enjoy CNR, so if you have something to say to me in game or whatever, if you need some help in game or talk to me, you can always talk to me. That's it.
Yeah, I will say, people like Detective Perry aren't worth, worrying about or anything.
Oh, thank you.
Because he is, there, like we said, idiots are worshipped on the server, but he is, far and away idiot.
A special type of idiot, I guess.
That's true. But yeah. Yes, like Donald Trump. Anyway, that's gonna end it. as much as, I'm starting to get annoyed at this radio show, I was interested in where this would go, and it went exactly how I thought. And despite the snit that I've talked to you about, Kesh, I know you're an intelligent person. All right, so I'm glad that you stopped by. All right.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yes.
Yeah, too long.
Again,
girls talk too much.
Listen.
If you think you talk too much, wait until
I
you
wonder-
listen to Titty Boy.
I actually wonder how many of the people that start listening, and like ended up listening through it. Like, can you see the statistics somehow?
Well, no.
The radio thing on the radio IRC. you can see how many
There's
people
23
start.
listening now. I think the peak was 25. So yeah. Hey, Ali, can I end the show, you fag? Hello. Can I end the show, you fag? So, one thing last I'll say. Kesh doesn't have half. I'm sorry. Kesh does not have half a brain, but Ivan Ichi does. See you next time on the CnR Radio Talk Show.
Sean does.